Then I can start the recording. Then I should share this slide. Yeah, thank you. Okay, now we'll go to the next point. Of MLSS concentration. So what is that MLSS concentration? It is not written here, but somewhere else I have written. With that I will explain first, and then we'll start our regular point. So what is this mixed liquor suspended solids? And in short, we can say it is a MLSS concentration. In this, there is a not only the part we are thinking, which part we are thinking, reactor, kutla reactor, aeration wala reactor, okay, or tank, you can say reactor or tank, one and the same. In this, there is a not only the active microorganism but also dead cells are present. बरोबर आहे का? मी तुम्हाला सांगितलेलं होतं की एरिएशन जेव्हा प्रोव्हाइड करतो आपण त्यावेळेस काय करतात मायक्रोऑर्गॅनिझम डिकम्पोजिशन प्रोसेस स्टार्ट करतात आणि जेव्हा ऑर्गॅनिक वेस्ट मटेरियल संपून जातं त्यावेळेस त्या काय करतात दॅट विल स्टार्ट डिग्रेडिंग सम अदर मायक्रोऑर्गॅनिझम्स. Is it? So same process, or sometimes due to insufficient oxygen, microorganisms get died, or due to some of the chemicals present into that wastewater, that microorganisms getting died. Elmar, why students data patterns? So that microorganisms getting died. So not only the active part of microorganism is present into the aeration tank, but also the dead cells are also present. And along with these dead microorganisms in the form of dead as well as alive form, there are some other inert, non-biodegradable and organic suspendeds are present. Means okay, organic impurities, inorganic impurities, dead cell of microorganisms and active cells of microorganisms are present in a reactor. And that entire is nothing but the MLSS concentration. Is it? So that XT, how to determine that XT? XT is equal to X plus X double I. So what is that XT? MLSS. Then what is X? X is nothing but the MLVSS concentration. So what is meant by MLVSS concentration? That is nothing but XA plus XE plus XI. Now what is XA? XA we have given name to the active part of microorganism, and XE is nothing but dead cells of the microorganism, and XI is nothing but the non-biodegradable, or we can say inorganic impurities present into the sludge or sewage, and XI is the organic impurities, biodegradable impurities, and then the combination of all these will become a MLVSS, mixed liquor volatile suspended solids. What does it mean? Mixed liquor volatile suspended solids. While dictation also I will give you that notice. And that XT is nothing but MLVSS plus inorganic impurities present into sewage. That is nothing but the XT. कळालं काय? Mixed liquor suspended solids. So again, either you while testing that SVI, sludge volume index, you can go for measurement of that XT before the sedimentation process or after the sedimentation process, no matter. But once you have collected the sample, same samples, both the parameters you should analyze. Otherwise you will go for एक सॅम्पल घेतलं आणि ते अर्ध्या तासासाठी सेटल करायला ठेवलं, मग दुसरा XT काढण्यासाठी तुम्ही परत दुसरा सॅम्पल घेऊन येणार. इट इज नॉट अलाउड. सेम सॅम्पल you should use to find out the SVI index. So that is the keyword VS upon XT, and so you can write down that in conversion form that ml per milligram or ml per gram by multiplying the 1000. SVI is equal to VS into ml upon VS in ml per liter, XT in milligram per liter, and when you will go for the that unit conversions, you will get ml per milligram. But if you want to go for ml per gram, you can multiply it by 1000, and that will be converted into ml per gram. Okay, बरोबर आहे का? 1000 milligrams 1 gram. So you can as milligram is at the denominator side, so you need to multiply at the, म्हणजेच काय होणार की मिलीग्रामचं ग्राम मध्ये कन्वर्ट करताना काय होतं की मल्टिप्लाइड बाय 10⁻³ मग इथे डिनॉमिनेटरला -3 म्हणजेच इथे काय होईल की into 10⁻³ at the numerator. Now we'll understand the design considerations involved in an activated sludge process. The loading rate of aeration tank is based on the following 4 criteria. कुठले 4 criteria? Hydraulic retention time or aeration period. Hydraulic retention time is also known as the aeration period. Volumetric BOD loading. Then the next one is the food to microorganism ratio. Food to microorganism ratio. And then the sludge age. Okay. Now the sludge age. Okay. So we will see one by one. First one is the hydraulic retention time. Hydraulic retention time means कि sewage, how much time is remained into that particular reactor tank. And how to find out that hydraulic retention time? I have written here formula to determine the hydraulic retention time or the aeration period. Detention time, simply you can say it is a detention time. कि किती वेळ ते sludge त्या particular reactor मध्ये present राहिलेला आहे किंवा थांबून राहिलेला आहे. Okay, so you can determine hydraulic retention time can be measured in a time in a day is equal to volume of that aeration tank upon the rate of sewage flow in a tank. So volume of tank can be denoted by V, and rate of sewage flow in a tank can be determined by denoted by the Q. So volume is measured usually in a meter cube. Q is measured in meter cube per day. So you will get the time stayed, the quantity of water stayed in that particular tank in a day by writing V by Q, by putting the value of V and by putting the value of Q. So what is the V, what is the Q, what is the T? It is given here. You can see here. Do you understand what is the first criteria for the design of a aeration tank or the activated sludge process? And that is nothing but the hydraulic retention time. The aeration period, we can say aeration period, or loading rate also we can say. Loading rate express the rate at which sewage is applied, okay, in the aeration tank. A loading parameter that has been developed empirically over the years is the hydraulic retention time. हा empirical formula आहे तुम्हाला टाइम काढण्यासाठी की डिटेन्शन पिरियड किती आहे. सिम्पली डिटेन्शन पिरियड ऑफ दॅट पर्टिक्युलर टँक, म्हणजे त्याच्या व्हॉल्यूम आणि डिस्चार्ज जर तुम्हाला माहित असेल तर यू कॅन डिटरमाइन इट. म्हणजे पर्टिक्युलर वन स्पॉट, वन ड्रॉप ऑफ वॉटर entered at what time into the aeration tank and left at what time from that particular aeration tank. That is nothing but the detention time. Detention time ची definition मी तुम्हाला पहिल्याच चॅप्टर मध्ये सांगितली. Detention time may be vary from process to process. Okay, can you please write down this, or we will go to write down entire part later on. I will explain first. Then the second one is the volumetric BOD loading. Volumetric BOD loading. It is one of the another empirical formula to find out the loading parameters. Another loading parameter. Here we are finding out how much BOD is applied to the aeration tank. How much BOD is applied to the aeration tank. Volume of BOD loading is nothing but the how much BOD is applied. BOD apply कुठून होत आहे? येणाऱ्या सीवेज मधून, बरोबर आहे. इनकमिंग सीवेज इज कलेक्टिंग दॅट applying that BOD to the aeration tank. Okay, mass of BOD applied per day to the aeration tank through influent sewage in gram upon the volume of aeration tank in a meter cube. आता mass of BOD किती present आहे? It is with respect to discharge. जितका discharge होला तितकं ते BOD असणार आहे. BOD may vary from sewage to sewage, but that discharge, it will relate to the discharge. So first of all, what is the BOD? Biochemical oxygen demand. Amount of oxygen consumed by the microorganism for the degradation of organic waste impurities present into the sewage. Nothing but the, म्हणजे simply you can understand that how much amount of organic impurities present into sewage when it is coming to the aeration tank. Is it? So that is nothing but the mass of BOD applied per day to the aeration tank through influent sewage in milligram upon volume of aeration tank in meter cube. So in mathematical form we can write Q into Y naught upon V. आता इथं काही ठिकाणी बऱ्याच पुस्तकात तुम्हाला वेगवेगळे नोटेशन्स दिसतील ह्या BOD applied साठी. तर you don't get confused about that. Somewhere it is Y, somewhere it is S, somewhere it is L used. आपण फर्स्ट चॅप्टर मध्ये वापरताना L च वापरलेलं होतं. So while writing you make your correct yourself that L, we will use the L as a notation for the applied BOD. Is it? L naught is nothing but the applied BOD. Then Q is the sewage flow. Y naught or the L naught is the BOD in milligram per liter in influent. येणाऱ्या sewage मध्ये. बरोबर आहे? And V is the volume of tank. So by using this formula, you can determine the volumetric BOD loading. Then the next one is the food to microorganism ratio. This is one of the very important parameter, important criteria in the design of the activated sludge treatment process. It is F by M representing the food to microorganism ratio. So I have discussed with you earlier also. If the F by M ratio is higher, sorry, what I told, if the F by M ratio is lower, there will be the higher removal rate for the BOD. म्हणजे कसं तुम्हाला ते सांगितलेलं होतं. Suppose F by M, I will take the help of anode. Okay, F is the 2, म्हणजे 2 मायक्रोऑर्गॅनिझम्स प्रेझेंट आहेत आणि 2 फूड प्रेझेंट आहेत आणि 5 or I can say 10 microorganisms आहेत. So what will be the ratio? It will be 0.5. बरोबर आहे? Sorry, 0.2. Against that, if 1 microorganism is present and 10 are the, sorry, 1 is the food available and 10 are the microorganism, what will be the ratio? It will be 0.1. बरोबर आहे? So what happens if the microorganisms are more and food is less? Microorganisms are more. Here इथं काय होतंय? Microorganisms are more and food is less. In that case, ratio will be small, and in that case, there will be a competition to get the food. So definitely, if the F by M ratio is low, the degradation rate will be fast. And where the F by M ratio is high, in that case, the degradation ratio will be lower. You remember this relationship? Do you understand? F by M ratio is nothing but the daily BOD applied to the aeration tank, येणाऱ्या sewage मधून daily BOD applied, and total microbial mass divided by total microbial mass. You can find out the food to microorganism ratio. It plays very vital role in a degradation process. So you should maintain the food to microorganism ratio. You should maintain the food to microorganism ratio. The food येणाऱ्या sewage मध्ये high amount of organic waste impurities are present. In that case, you should allow to enter maximum amount of return sludge. So it will increase the rate of degradation because there will be a competition to get the food. So this way, if the food to microorganism ratio is low, then the degradation rate will be faster and vice versa. Okay. So food to microorganism ratio can be determined by using this formula, that is daily BOD applied to the aerator upon total microbial mass. So BOD applied to the aeration tank, aeration system or the aeration tank, that is F, is nothing but the Q into Y naught, or you can say here L naught. Actually, I should write L naught itself. So you might have not get confused. So please correct yourself. It will be a L naught. Okay, F is equal to Q into L naught. Then what is that L naught? L naught is nothing but the BOD 5 of the influent flow of Q. येणाऱ्या influent मधला BOD 5 measured. Okay. Then microbial mass M is equal to MLSS into V. काय होतं की MLVSS का घेत नाही आपण आणि MLSS का घेतो, तर त्याच्यामध्ये डेड सेल and organic impurities and inorganic impurities, these are very less quantity available, so we ignore and we talk about only the MLSS concentration, not the MLVSS concentration. Okay, so that also thing you please remember. Microbial mass is equal to MLSS into V. MLSS is nothing but the XT, V is the volume, MLSS is the mixed liquor suspended solids. Then F by M becomes Q into S naught upon V into XT. This formula becomes a Q into S naught into V into XT. Okay, so do you understood the third criteria for designing the anaerobic, activated sludge process? Then we'll turn towards the next one, the sludge age. Mean cell residence. Sludge is also known as the mean cell residence time, or sludge age can be denoted as a solids retention time, SRT. Solid retention time, SRT. Okay, it is another one parameter which are governing the degradation rate in a activated sludge process. Okay, so the notation usually we give the theta C. But before we go to explain what is the formula used for the sludge age, I would like to explain you this figure. ठीक आहे, या रेग्युलर पॅटर्न मध्ये तुम्हाला ही स्टडी करायची नाहीये. येस, हा, तर to understand you the entire process, I have added that figure here. Now please concentrate here. Inflow. आता हा inflow कुठून आलेला आहे? That is from the primary clarifier. मग ते inflow मध्ये काय येतो? Discharge काय आहे तिथला? Q. We have given the notation Q. And BOD applied, here we will consider L naught. BOD applied through the inlet, it is the L naught. Okay? हे कुठे आहे? या portion मध्ये. Sorry. When it is in this portion, it will be Q into S naught. Okay, but now this is moving towards this, and in that reactor, when it is in the reactor, that will be the X is the MLSS concentration, S is the BOD, or we can say here it is L, and V is the volume of that particular tank. Now after that it will go to the after that aeration period completion, that we are going to send it towards the secondary clarifier. आता secondary clarifier मध्ये जात असताना X is the MLSS concentration and S is the BOD applied. Now here in the secondary clarifier मध्ये काय करतो की आपण sedimentation करतो, आणि sediment करून काय करतो की ते microbial चा load आणि organic impurities त्या microorganisms मध्ये जे present आहेत त्याला खाली बसू दिलं जातं, and that can be removed, that it will be converted into solid part and supernatant. This is in a liquid form, supernatant. Okay, so that supernatant we are allowing to move towards the disposal part, आणि जे स्लज झालेलं आहे ते पण डिस्पोज करायचं आहे. हे तुमचं सुपरनेटेंट लिक्विड आहे ते कुठे जाणार आहे की तुम्ही आयदर यू कॅन डिस्पोज इट ऑन द लँड और डिस्पोज इन टू द नियर बाय वॉटर बॉडी. बरोबर आहे. आणि त्या डिस्पोज होत असताना म्हणजे ही जी पूर्ण ट्रीटमेंट केली जाते ते कशासाठी काय केली जाते तर तुमचा बीओडी कमी करण्यासाठी केली जाते. सिंपल फॉर्म मध्ये सांगते तुम्हाला. ही ऍक्टिव्हेटेड स्लज प्रोसेस कशासाठी करायची तर बीओडी रिड्यूस करण्यासाठी. आणि बीओडी कधी रिड्यूस होतो तर ऑर्गॅनिक इम्प्युरिटीज बाजूला केल्या तर त्याचा बीओडी रिड्यूस होतो. बरोबर आहे. तर आता ही प्रोसेस सगळी तुमची ऑर्गॅनिक इम्प्युरिटीज रिमूव्ह करण्यासाठी आहे. ते मग आता तो जो ही ट्रीटमेंट प्रोव्हाइड करत असताना प्रायमरी क्लॅरिफायर मध्ये काही प्रमाणात तुमचा बीओडी रिड्यूस झालेला असतो. सस्पेंडेड सॉलिड्स पण रिड्यूस झालेले असतात. सेटलेबल सॉलिड्स पण रिड्यूस झालेले असतात. आणि मग राहिलेलं ऑलमोस्ट 30 to 35% हे प्रायमरी क्लॅरिफायर मध्ये रिमूव्ह होतं. आणि मग राहिलेलं रिमूव्ह करण्यासाठी आपण एरिएशन टँकला पाठवतो. मग ते काही प्रमाणात इथं म्हणजे ही कंबाईन प्रोसेस आहे ऍक्टिव्हेटेड स्लज प्रोसेस. काही प्रमाणामध्ये काय होतं की इथं रिमूव्ह केलं जातं आणि तरीही whether that activated sludge process is efficient to remove the 100%. No, it will not be the 100% efficient to remove that organic impurities. तर मग त्याच्यामध्ये काही प्रमाणात तो त्या ऑर्गॅनिक इम्प्युरिटीज किंवा बीओडी विल मूव्ह फॉरवर्ड अलॉंग विथ द वेस्ट स्लज. मग हे याला पण एक लिमिट असतं. गव्हर्नमेंट कडून जो क्रायटेरिया आहे त्याच्यामध्ये you can allow to leave the 30% part or the 10%, 15% part, but that BOD should not be exceed than the 30 milligram per liter. तुमचं इनकमिंग किती होतं त्याच्याशी मॅटर करत नाही. जे आउटगोईंग फ्लो आहे तुमचा, त्या आउटगोईंग फ्लो मध्ये 30 मिलीग्राम पर लिटर पेक्षा तुमचा जास्त बीओडी नसला असला पाहिजे, बरोबर आहे. आणि जो बीओडी त्या वॉटर बरोबर वाहत जातो बाहेर त्याला आपण नोटेशन देतोय XE, लिव्हिंग दॅट सिस्टीम. अँड S इज द नथिंग बट द S is the BOD and XE is the MLSS concentration. Is it MLSS concentration along with the effluent? Now, आता इथं रिटर्न स्लज, आता आपण काय करतोय की स्लज रिमूव्ह करतोय. स्लज रिमूव्ह करताना इथं या पोर्शन मध्ये कसं आहे तुमचं स्लज, या पोर्शन मध्ये काय आहे स्लज तुमचं. हा, या पोर्शन मध्ये तुमचं सगळं स्लज तुम्ही रिमूव्ह करताय. इथं काय विषय येतो का तुम्ही किती रिटर्न करणार आहे आणि किती ठेवणार आहे, नाही. सो that will be QR plus QW into XR MLSS concentration in a return sludge. हे सगळंच इथं कंप्लीट होते. QR plus QW. QW काय तर वेस्ट स्लज केलेला, हा याला इकडे जो जातो त्याला काय म्हणायचं की सॉरी वेस्ट स्लज कुठे तुमचं की इथे QW आहे. आणि हा काय दाखवला तुम्ही Q minus QR. आता विल स्टार्ट विथ फ्रॉम हिअर नाव. once again, here it is a Q. Okay, here also here it is a Q plus QR. का तर इथं रिटर्न स्लज केलेला आहे तो ऍड झालेला आहे Q plus QR. इथं काय असणार आहे तोच Q plus QR च असणार आहे. इथं पण काय असणार आहे तो Q plus QR, बरोबर आहे. आणि इथं काय असणार आहे तुमचं तर Q minus QW. वेस्ट स्लज तुम्ही इकडं पाठवलेलं आहे QW आणि म्हणून येणाऱ्या Q मधून तो QW मायनस केलेला आहे. सो QR प्लस QW इथं असणार आहे तुमचा QR प्लस QW आणि इथं फक्त काय असणार आहे Q मायनस QW, बरोबर आहे. आता हा QW इथं निघून जाणार तुमचा. एक्स्ट्रा स्लज आपण तुम्ही इकडे पाठवून देणार आहे आणि जे लेस क्वांटिटी स्लज आहे तुम्हाला रिटर्न करायचे स्लज आहे ते इकडं, म्हणजे फक्त हा QR इकडं रिसर्क्युलेट होणार आणि म्हणून इथली व्हॅल्यू हा Q प्लस हा QR हा Q प्लस QR होणार आणि इथपर्यंत तो Q प्लस QR फॉर्म मध्येच राहणार, बरोबर आहे. आणि इथं जाताना मात्र तो इथल्यातला जो Q आहे त्यातला Q मायनस QW हा इथं राहील. Q मायनस QW, कुठला QW हा QW येणारा Q, म्हणून Q मायनस QW. आणि इथं असताना काय असणार आहे तो QR हा इथला राहिलेला QR प्लस QW. Is it? Because we are not considering here Q is the discharge. एक सेकंड ना, होल्ड ऑन. Sorry guys. So do you understand this concept? So this will be required to solve the further examples. That's why I was explaining you. Okay. And you can find out the sludge after understanding this concept. Okay, we'll go to the next point now. Sludge, how to determine the sludge. Okay. Sludge age is the theta c. हा एवढा एकच ऍक्टिव्हेटेड स्लज प्रोसेस हीच थोडीशी किचकट आहे. थोडं तुम्हाला समजायला अवघड जाईल, पण जास्त काही टेन्शन घ्यायचं नाही. जसं तुम्ही परत परत रिपीट शिकत जाणार आहे त्यावेळेस तुम्हाला ते इझी वाटत जाणार आहे. सो नो वरी अबाउट दॅट. थोडंसं लँग्वेज टर्मिनॉलॉजीज ह्या युजुअल मध्ये या पॉइंट मध्ये. सो यू मे गेट कन्फ्युज्ड हिअर. Sludge age is equal to mass of MLSS in the system upon mass of solids leaving the system per day. Okay, so what is the mass of MLSS in the system? That is nothing but V into XT. बरोबर आहे? V into XT, where XT is the MLSS in the aeration tank. That you understood, I think. And mass of solids wasted per day. Mass of solids wasted per day is equal to QW into XR. इथं बघितलं आपण वेस्टेड पर डे QW into XR. मास ऑफ सॉलिड्स. इथं फक्त सॉलिड काढतो, इथं फक्त लिक्विड काढतो. सॉरी, इथं फक्त सॉलिड काढतो आणि इथं फक्त लिक्विड काढतो. बरोबर आहे? म्हणून मास ऑफ सॉलिड्स वेन यू आर टॉकिंग मास ऑफ सॉलिड्स इट इज QW into XR. बरोबर आहे? मास ऑफ सॉलिड्स वेस्टेड पर डे इज इक्वल टू QW into XR. Then C. Mass of solids removed with the effluent from the system per day. It is Q minus QW into XE. So again, QW minus Q minus QW into XE. काय हा mass of solids removed with the effluent from the system. इथं जरी आपण फक्त लिक्विड बाहेर काढत असेल, इथं that provision is made to allow to flow only the supernatant liquid. पण तिथं 100% सेटलिंग होणार आहे का? नाही. सेडिमेंटेशन 100% होत नाही. त्यातले पण लाईट पार्टिकल्स काय करतात तर ते वेस्ट सिवेज बरोबर फ्लो होतात. म्हणून इट इज Q minus QW into XE. बरोबर आहे? मास ऑफ सॉलिड्स रिमूव्ड विथ द इफ्लुएंट. इफ्लुएंट कशाला म्हणायचं? बाहेर पडणाऱ्या वेस्ट वॉटरला इफ्लुएंट म्हणायचं. फ्रॉम सिस्टीम पर डे is the Q minus QW into XE. Then total solids removed from the system per day is equal to this plus this. बरोबर आहे? ह्या सिस्टीम मधून टोटल सॉलिड्स किती रिमूव्ह होतात? ह्या सिस्टीम मधून किती सॉलिड्स, how much total solids are getting removed every day? To this way as well as towards this way. So by two way it is going to be removed. This side, so that is nothing but Q minus QW into XE, and this side that is nothing but QR plus QW into QR plus QW into XE. Sorry, QR plus QW नाही. QR परत त्या सिस्टीम मध्ये येतो म्हणून काय QW into XR. QW into XR. So it will be Q, that terminology becomes, so we are taking that figure into together, B plus C, ha B and ha C, QW into XR plus Q minus QW into XE. Okay, XR for the return MLSS concentration, XE for the MLSS concentration in a effluent. Okay, now final equation for theta C काय झालं तुमचं? Theta C is equal to mass of MLSS in the system. Mass of MLSS काय? V into XT. So V into XT upon काय? Mass of solids leaving the system per day. Mass of solids leaving the system per day. How much mass of solid is leaving the system per day? It is nothing but QW into XR plus Q minus QW into XE. So the final equation for theta C is nothing but V into xt upon qw into xr plus q minus qw into xe. Is it? So this is nothing but the sludge age, or we can say sludge retention time, or we can also say to this mean cell residence time, MCRT, mean cell residence time. Okay, cell, we are talking about only cell, solid part of this sludge or the sewage. So these are the 4 main criterias required to be understood while designing the activated sludge process. Okay, so these are the notations given here. Xt is the concentration of solid in influent. Sorry. And V is the volume of aerator. QW is the okay. So we may get disconnected again. That 14 minutes has been over. Xt is the concentration of solid in influent. V is the volume of aerator. QW is the volume of waste sludge. QR is the concentration of solids in G10 sludge. Sewage flow is the Q. Xt is the concentration of solid in influent. Sorry. Then we'll solve one example to understand what is that SVI, sludge volume index. हा फक्त MCQ type साठी येतो किंवा sometimes in a GATE exam also it may be asked SVI. Along with SVI, there are some other terminologies that SDI, then some other terminologies there, but we are focusing only SVI here in this syllabus. So if time permits, we will talk about that also. Okay, but it is a little difficult to